Hello, everyone. My name is Miss Kathy, and welcome to the classroom. Today's letter of the day is the letter J. Does your name have a letter J? If your name has letter J, stand up. If your name has letter J, stand up. If your name has letter J, if your name has letter J, if your name has letter J, stand up. Well, J is for Jack and the Beanstalk. To decorate your letter J today, you can color it green like Jack's beanstalk. What letter is this? It's letter J, and now that we can recognize it, we'll practice writing it. To write the letter J, we're just going to make a line that goes straight down. And then we're going to curve around. And we're going to put a line at the top. Let's practice writing uppercase letter J. Go down and curve around with the top. Down, curve around with the top. Down and curve around with the top. Go down, curve around, and then put a line at the top. Well, every letter has two, an uppercase and a lowercase. Lowercase j looks like the uppercase J, except at the top, instead of a line, we're going to put a dot, and we're going to put it farther down on the handwriting house paper. So here we go. Down and curve around again, but instead of a line, put a dot at the top. So go down, curve around with a dot. Down and curve around with a dot. Down, curve around with the dot. I have a sticker for you. This is for your handwriting paper. Good job, everyone. Well, now we know what J looks like, and now we know how to write letter J. So next we'll talk about the sound that it makes. Letter J makes this sound. J, J, J. You try. J, J, J. Letter J says J, 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 as in jump, jump, jump. What does letter J say? J, 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 as in jump, jump, jump. Well, now that we know that letter sound, we're going to use it for blending, reading, and matching. First, let's sing the vowel song. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels. We're going to put letter J with each of those vowels. We're going to blend those sounds together, and then we'll even add an ending sound to read a real word. J says J. A says ah, J, ah, ja, ja, jan, 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 like January. Draw a line to the calendar. Next, J-E. J, e, j, e, jet, jet, jet. Draw a line to the jet plane. Next, J-I. J, E, j, E, J, jig, jig, jig. Draw a line to the fishing hook. It's also called a jig. Now J-O. J, ah, j, ah, jot, jot, jot. Draw a line to the paper and pencil. Jot means to write something down quickly. I will jot it down. Last, J-U. J, j, jump, 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 jump. Draw a line to the children jumping on the trampoline. Well, you did a great job today with our letter learning, and now it's time for math. For math today, we're going to be adding. Adding is easy. Adding just means counting how many all together. So look at number 1. Jack will find a hen that lays golden eggs. There are 7 eggs here and 4 eggs here. I want to know how many golden eggs all together. So let's count all the eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is written 1, 1. 7 plus 4 equals 11. All right, let's do the next one. Jack will climb the beanstalk. He will see leaves on the beanstalk. 3 over here and 5 over here. What is 3 plus 5? Let's count all the leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 plus 5 equals 8. Okay, Jack is going to climb up, up, up. The beanstalk is so high, it reaches to the clouds. 5 clouds here and 4 clouds here. What is 5 plus 4? Let's count all the clouds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Let's write number 9 in the box. Okay, everybody, next, I see some beans. Jack is going to trade the cow for beans. 6 beans plus 6 more beans equals how many beans? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2 is 12. Let's write 12. 6 plus 6 equals 12. Last one. Jack's going to find a harp that plays sweet music. I see 7 music notes and 8 more. I want to know how many all together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 5 is 15. 7 plus 8 equals 15. Well, you did a great job with our math for today. We did some adding. Now it's time for science, and we're going to be planting some beans in a bag. I have a Ziploc bag here for us, and I also have some paper towels. I'll take one paper towel, and I'll fold it and fold it again, and then I'm going to add some water to the paper towel. Okay, now the paper towel is wet, so I'm going to put it into the bag, all the way to the bottom of the bag. Okay, so I'm going to put some beans into the bag. I have pinto beans. Let me show you what those look like. All right, so I'm going to take out 5 of those. And will you help me count them as I put them in the bag? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to close the bag. Now I'm going to tape this to a sunny window, but for now, I'm just going to tape it to Fred's tank. Now this science project won't be completed today because it's going to take some time for the beans to grow. For the beans to grow in this bag, the beans need water, and we put water on the paper towel and sunlight. And I'll tape this to a sunny window after class. We'll keep checking, and pretty soon we'll start to see roots growing down and a stem growing up. In our story today, Jack's beans grow in just one night. The next morning, he sees a giant beanstalk. And for art today, we're going to make a beanstalk. So let's head over to the art table. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some Play-Doh. It doesn't have to be green. It can be any color. Just take a little bit of the Play-Doh. And we're going to roll it into a little ball and put it right in the middle of our paper plate. Or you could just do this on the table. It doesn't have to be on a paper plate. Next, you're going to need a stick of some kind. So you could use a straw, a pencil, or even a marker. I think I'm going to choose the straw. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the Play-Doh. I'm going to set that aside for just a minute, and I'm going to get some paper and cut 4 leaves. You could cut more leaves, but I'm just going to cut 4. Curve around this way and that way. That's the shape that we're going to make the leaves. Curve this way, curve that way. Curve this way, curve that way. Curve around this way, curve around that way. Now, I need to punch a hole in these leaves. Maybe you have a hole punch like this. If not, you can punch the hole using a pencil. I'll show you. So just punch a hole in the leaf, and then you're just going to slide it onto the straw all the way down like that. Okay, if you don't have the hole punch, then use a pencil, carefully poke a hole, and do the same thing. Just slide it down like that. Okay, poke a hole. Slide it down the straw. Poke a hole, and then slide it down the straw. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera so you can see how tall the beanstalk is. So here's our beanstalk, and maybe you have a little Lego person that you could put on it, and that could be Jack. There's Jack and the beanstalk. So here's another look at my little Jack and the Beanstalk art project. If you have a green straw, that could be even cooler. Well, it is time for story time, and we're going to read Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, a boy named Jack lived with his mother in a little cottage. They were very poor and only had the milk from their cow to drink. One day, the cow stopped giving milk. "We need money for food," said Jack's mother. "Take our cow to market and sell her." Jack set off to market. On the way, he met an old man who wanted to buy the cow. "I'll pay you with these magic beans," said the man. "They will grow up to the sky." "Okay," said Jack. He took the beans and gave his cow to the man. When Jack's mother found out what he had done, she was very upset. "You sold our cow for a handful of beans," she cried, flinging them out the window. That night, Jack fell asleep feeling very unhappy. Outside, rain fell on the beans. The next morning, Jack saw that an enormous beanstalk had grown where the beans had fallen. Jack dashed outside. The towering beanstalk stretched up through the clouds. Where does it go? He wondered. Without giving it a second thought, Jack started to climb the beanstalk. He climbed higher and higher until the cottage was far below. Above the clouds, Jack found a gigantic castle. He tiptoed into the dining room. I wonder who lives here, he whispered. There, on a huge table, was a big bag of shiny gold coins. Suddenly, the ground began to shake. Jack heard heavy footsteps. Thump, thump, thump. Jack ran and hid. An enormous giant appeared. He twitched his nose and sniffed. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. The giant looked around, but he couldn't see Jack. He sat down and gobbled up his food. Soon he fell fast asleep. Jack crept out from his hiding place. He grabbed the big bag of gold coins and ran. Before long, he was climbing back down the beanstalk. Jack and his mother were rich, but they spent too much, and soon the gold coins ran out. So Jack climbed back up the beanstalk to the castle. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman, said the giant as he stroked a hen that laid eggs of gold. Just as before, the giant could not find Jack, so he gobbled up his food and fell asleep. Jack grabbed the hen and climbed back down the beanstalk. The gold eggs made Jack and his mother rich again, but Jack wanted more. He climbed back up the beanstalk to the castle. Jack found the giant dozing while a golden harp played sweet music. Fee, fi, fo, fum, muttered the giant in his sleep. Jack snatched the golden harp, but it shrieked, "Oh!" The giant leaped up. He chased Jack all the way to the beanstalk. Fee, fi, fo, fum, roared the angry giant as he climbed down the beanstalk after Jack. Mother, fetch an axe, shouted Jack when he reached the ground. With a chop, 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 he cut the beanstalk down. It fell with a terrible crash, sending the giant far, far, far away. Jack and his mother kept the hen that laid gold eggs and the golden harp that played sweet music. They lived happily ever after and never saw the angry giant again. The end. Well, I hope you had some fun today with letter J. Tomorrow is letter K, and we're going to read a story about King Midas. Everything he touched turned to gold. We'll see what happens at the end of that story. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.